Hello everyone, I'm gonna take a video for our operations recently, what we are doing so far, because so many people, especially around me, my friends, are asking what I'm doing so far, what kind of operations I'm doing. So today in this video, I'm going to explain why I set up a system like that for business point of view, of course. As you may remember from my previous videos, you know that I'm in China since 2009 permanently, after my working experience in Turkey. Because I'm from Turkey, I'm electronic engineer, electronic and communication engineer. My background is electronic, and I have been dealing and working in China for a long time. The first time I was visiting to Hong Kong, it was 1998. So let's come to the topic. Why I set up a system like that in Hong Kong, Shenzhen, and including Turkey and Dubai operations. The first reason is security. What do I mean for the security? Secure supply chain management. As you know, our world is quite disruptive so far. So many things happening very fast especially after COVID. So many things we are facing with in the disruptive supply chain operations while we are doing business especially Asia Pacific, like China and other countries. And there is also a trade war between America and China, but this is affecting our business life, social life, and everything, even emotional state. So the first reason is I set up this system. I'm going to explain what is the system is. The first reason is safety. Safety means when you buy something from China or from overseas countries like Turkey or Middle East like Dubai, there is always a risk between buyer and seller. What is the risk? Especially if you are using TT transactions, cash payment transactions, bank transactions between buyer and sellers, there is always a risk that after you pay the deposit, maybe you may not able to get the goods from the factory, or the buyer may not able to pay the balance due to the economic crisis or other disruptive actions or happenings like war or so far tariff changes between America and other countries. Because there is a crazy politicians around the world now, especially they can change immediately the trade conditions between buyer and seller. So imagine that you ship the goods from China, and the goods are on the way by air or by, especially if there's a shipment by the sea for the cheaper delivery method. And then suddenly one guy changed the tariff and import tax, or government changed the regulations. What you will do? You have nothing to do. You cannot able to pay back the balance, or you cannot seek for your legal rights, because even the buyer or manufacturer both can say that, okay, I cannot pay, or I cannot supply with the same price, whatever it is. So that is a safety problem, big problem, especially if you are doing overseas business. I mean international business. Overseas means international. For if you are doing import or export operations. And now that's why so far recent technologies, blockchain, come out, but it's not ready yet, because purchasing contracts, sales contracts, or business agreements are not ready for the for the daily business life. So that's why I set up a company, local companies in the countries like Hong Kong, Shenzhen, China, mainland China, and Turkey, and Dubai. Now I have 6 companies, 3 of them in Hong Kong. I'm gonna explain why I have 3, and 1 in China mainland, and 1 in Turkey, and 1 in Dubai, Middle East. As I said, the first reason is safety. If you have local companies with the destination countries or source countries, like for example, you are buying something from China and you are selling something to Dubai, right? If you have a local company in China as an exporter, and if you have a local company in Dubai as an importer, you have no worry about the safety, because even there is a disruptive environment like COVID, like trade war or tax war between China and US, you can seek your legal rights with the lowest legal cost in the destination country or in the source country. But if you are acting a business like a trade platforms like Alibaba or eBay or for example Amazon, whatever, I'm not complaining about that, but they cannot secure your legal rights in the position of you cannot pay the balance or you cannot get the goods. They cannot give a trade assurance. For example, Alibaba is charging at least 6% for the trade assurance, but imagine that you pay extra 6% on top of the invoice value. They just force the local supplier or a buyer, but they cannot solve your legal problems. Imagine that your goods came with not quality conditions, it's damaged or broken. How you will seek for your rights, legal rights? It's impossible. I hope blockchain technology will come to the supply chain world as soon as possible, like AI is coming up, but it's not ready yet. It's not applicable yet. So far, due to the trade war or politic wars between countries, even bank transactions are getting complicated. Banks are not allowing you to transfer the money directly to buyer. They are asking a lot of documents to prove it. That's why there is a money transaction platforms are getting popular. But imagine that even you use money transaction platform like X Transfer, like Revolut in Europe popular. They are just helping you to transfer the money securely to the both sides, between both sides. But they are not helping you when you're facing a problem, legal problem with the buyer and seller. For example, I had a big experience like that. It was happened in the 2016 and 17. It was a big order. I paid the deposit and prices are changed and supplier don't want to deliver the goods and I cannot get it back my deposit. And I go to seek my legal rights in Hong Kong in order to get my deposit back. But I pay a lot of money to the lawyers, to the courts, and I lose it. It happened. It could be happening at any time. So if you are listening to this video, and if you are an international businessman, if you are international operations in the different countries, until blockchain technology come out to the system, you have to work like professional companies like us, who can have the local companies in both countries. Of course, I cannot have hundreds of local companies around the world. I just having operation now between China, Turkey, Dubai, and Hong Kong. But this is the only way. That's why I was trying to ask a local company in also other countries, but it's not easy because you don't know the rules and regulations, and you need a local partner there. And if you have not a trusted accountant or bankers, even it is very difficult. So that's the first reason I set up multiple companies in the different countries in order to have secure business. And you can seek for legal rights when there is an accident between the buyer and seller, or disagreement, let's say disagreement about quality, about price, about development. Sorry for shaking the video. But this is our Hong Kong office so far. We rent a small office in order to have some smooth work. Because so far I post a lot of videos, especially explain our companies like Repair Tag, like Artemis Display, and like Zeus Recycle. So in the next video I will also explain that why we have different companies in Hong Kong. But today's topic is safe, trusted business supply chain. How we can create like this. This the only way is by setting up local companies in the final destination countries, for exporter countries and importer countries. You must have your own local companies, otherwise you cannot solve the legal problems, you cannot enforce the buyer or seller in order to get back your rights. So thanks watching my videos today, and if you like this video until to the end, please give a like, thumbs up, and subscribe my YouTube channel. This is my personal channel, and at this moment I'm gonna upload today. But for further discussions, you can work with us as a professional supply chain company in Asia, in Turkey, or in Dubai. We have 3 and 4, in Shenzhen also 4 physical operation. China, Hong Kong is different, Shenzhen and Hong Kong, different entities, different cities. And number 3 is Dubai, and number 4 is in Turkey. We have 4 presence in the different countries in order to have a smooth international business. So keep watching us, and I hope you enjoy, and you can get also consultancy from us, how to set up business in Asia, how to set up a business in Turkey, how to set up a business in Dubai. I'm willing to help you, of course, by the service charges. So let's keep in touch. See you then. Bye.